Hello, I'm still a little sick, so my voice is a little raspy, but I'll try to make it through. So I guess I'll get started. How many of you remember what you were doing in the year 1994? I'll wait. Not many, right? I definitely have no memory of that year myself, as I was just being born. In fact, I was born on Saturday, April 2nd, 1994 at 8:20 p.m. I weighed 5 pounds 15 ounces and was 20 inches long. My twin brother, yep, you heard right, twin brother, was born just 2 minutes after I was, and this is something that I will never let him live down because I get to say that I'm the older twin. Aside from myself being born, 1994 was a pretty eventful year. I'll start by covering some interesting demographic facts, and then I'll move towards some notable history tidbits, followed by some entertainment to finish. It may be hard to believe, but times were different 21 years ago. Crazy, right? For one thing, things cost a whole lot less than they do now. According to the peoplehistory.com, people were able to survive off an average income of $37,000. That doesn't sound like much, because now that's kind of income that you'd expect to make right out of college, or maybe just a good starting job, but that's not what you want to raise a family with because it's hard. It's hard to live comfortably in 2015 with an income of $37,000. Back in 1994, renters only paid a little more than $500 for rent, and a new car might have cost only a little more than $12,000. The grocery trips were a lot less stressful as well, with bread costing $1.59, and you could buy a dozen eggs for 86 cents. Gas totaled approximately $1.09 per gallon, and it would be a luxury to drive with that gas all the way to Harvard University, where tuition was $24,000 plus $880 to make it just that much more. So think about that. The tuition has now almost doubled since then. The life expectancy has also doubled, but not as much. It went from 75.7 years to 75.7 was what it used to be, and it is now 78.74. Okay, my numbers mixed up. Although the life expectancy was lower in 1994 than it is now, Americans still faced some major history events in that year, no matter their age. With Bill Clinton as president, he helped make some decisions that affected many, and he oversaw things that would change the world for good. For example, HistoryOrb.com says he got to experience smoking being banned in the Pentagon and all U.S. military bases. That is huge. However, it was also a very sad time, with the former President Richard Nixon suffering a stroke and then dying 4 days later. With the ups and downs occurring in the United States, it could be very easy to overlook things occurring all over the globe. South Africa, for example, held its first multiracial elections, and the Vatican acknowledged the Holocaust for the first time. History was making progress in 1994, that's for sure. Also making progress was the entertainment industry. With the help of this informative book, the 1994 version of Remember When, a nostalgic look back in time, it lists Seinfeld, ER, and Home Improvement as television favorites. This is also a neat little book just to kind of go through and see different ads that popped up in 1994. For example, this was from a movie called Wolf. And this is also a World Cup advertisement. So things definitely dated a little bit. Movie tickets were also half the price they are now at $4.08. And I'm sure you've all seen or heard of the new Les Mis, or Les Miserables in full, starring Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman. Well, it's a little surprising, but that the original musical first opened up on April 10th of 1994. So if that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what would. To make everyone born 1994 or earlier feel even older than that, the song All I Want to Do by Sheryl Crow and the movie Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks were becoming music and movie favorites. After reminiscing about the phrase, "Run, Forrest, run," the death of the former President Richard Nixon, and the $37,000 that made up the average income, it can make you both sad and happy about all that happened in April of 1994. For me, I can only remember what history recorded. I was just a youngster trying to grow teeth and hair. But for many who lived through the events, it can be good to hear about some of the major things that happened. The more we remember how life was when we were growing up, the more we respect how times have changed. The year 2015 is off to a great start, and I'm sure it will be a great one. But never forget 1994. Thank you.